Motocross, the Disney movie. I will be genuinely surprised if anybody in chat right now has seen this movie. How the f do you guys know this movie? How the f do you guys know this movie? It's so ass. I got really drunk and watched old Disney movies and I thought I made this one up. It is such a movie that you think you'd make up. I got an idea from a YouTuber who made a video called Things That Made My Egg Crack. And I was like, I want to do that. That seems cool. So I made a very lengthy PowerPoint presentation. Things That Made My Egg Crack by Pet the Kit. Shout out Fairy Princess Lucy. Ignore the poll. Both albums are bad. So what do I mean by things? Characters, shows, materialistic things like objects and hobbies or like certain activities or something. I'm gonna be splitting this into 3 separate sections. It's kind of weird when I explain it to people because a lot of people are like, oh, I just was wondering what it was like to be a girl and I decided to transition, or I didn't find out until really late. I've known since I was a kid. I lived most of my life as a gay guy, so I was very much prepared. So I have, when I was a kid, like under 17, because that was when I first like noticed. Post detransition, I briefly came out when I was 16, got really into church and I started church music and stuff like that, and I just detransitioned because of that. Went through all this other stuff which is not important, and then finally is everything in between, because this entire time there has always been something that's made me like, you know, maybe I do want to be a girl just a little bit. So the first section, young Riley, under 17. Megara from Hercules. The first time I ever watched Hercules, I was 6 years old, and I remember distinctly looking at her and being sad. And I was really upset because I wanted to look like her. And a lot of people that I watched the movie with, like family members, thought I just wanted to date her. She gave me massive gender dysphoria and envy at 6 years old, which I didn't know was possible. I just wanted to be her really bad. Really confident and witty, and she had red hair, all of things I didn't have growing up. I was just very like shy, introverted, and I only had like 2 real friends. My original preferred name was actually Megara. We changed it to Megan because we didn't think anyone would actually call me Megara, but my partner's mom actually calls me that. So it's really weird. Next one, Gwen from the Total Drama series. Reasons. She's super goth and cool. I dyed my hair the same color as hers when I was 15. Should have saw that as a red flag for my transition, by the way, but we just ignored it. I loved her fashion and style. Like if you pay any attention to me or my outfits or anything like that, it's pretty transparent that I'm very much into like goth culture, and I wanted to dress like her all the time, dude. It was really bad. Anytime people like look at my fit checks and stuff like that, I'm just like, you like this? Wait, what? That's crazy. I just threw this together. It's always funny when like I'll like put a ton of effort into an outfit and it gets no reaction, and then I like post like the bare minimum like raggedy ass outfit and just everyone likes it, like 7K, and I'm just like, oh man. All right, next, Alex from Wizards of Waverly Place. She was chill, super pretty. I wanted to be like her when I was in high school, even though I watched this when I was in 4th grade. I was the complete opposite in high school, I'll be honest. Dude, Wizards of Waverly Place was such a good show. Me and my dad, our thing is like sitting down on the couch, getting chips, getting salsa, and we just watch whatever's on TV. One time at like 3 in the morning, he was on the couch eating chips and salsa, and we were watching Ghost Adventures. We just stayed up till 5 in the morning, just eating chips and salsa, watching Ghost Adventures. That, Gravity Falls, and Wizards of Waverly Place. I actually have the Book of Bill and the 3rd journal on my floor right now. Oh, dude. Honorary mention really quick. Wendy Corduroy. She gave me such bad gender envy. Anyways, so I got the 3rd journal, which is really cool. It's not the one that you can do backlight on, but like it is the actual 3rd journal. And then the Book of Bill, which is really funny. It's a really funny book, actually. I read through the entire thing during the summer because when they did the computer stuff, me and my partner got like really deep into it. All right, moving on. Eowyn from Lord of the Rings. I might be pronouncing that name wrong. Does anybody know who this is? It was the part where like the Witch King of Angmar, no man can kill me, and he's just like staring. She takes the fucking helmet off. She goes, I'm no man, and fucking stabs him in the face, killing him immediately, and everything is fine. It's amazing. Hair care, hairbrushes, hair straighteners, blow dryers. For whatever reason, having a hairbrush was something I always wanted. Femby, I can't spoil that actually, but yeah, she is. Yeah. What do you mean? I have 4 bases. But yeah, I always just like thought that like having a hairbrush made you inherently feminine. Like being able to like straighten your hair was inherently feminine, because I always saw my mom and my sister do it. So I was like, I want to do that. that as well. Misty from Pokemon. I don't really know why, but I really wanted to be like her. I think it was her outfit. My Fortnite is the same as my user here. Are you self-promoting your Fortnite in my chat? Part of why I dye my hair orange. And here's a picture of me drinking soap with orange hair. Yummy soap. It had the fish on it, so that's how you know they're good. Transfemme Ash or Ashley from Pokemon. This was the first instant I thought boys can wear girl clothes, and I envied him a lot. There's an episode where like he's like,
great. Then I'll show that gym leader who's the boss around here.
and Jessie leans in and she's just like,
That doesn't sound very ladylike.
just like immediately clams up and is just like,
I'll show those meanies.
and Team Rocket from Pokemon, they were both hot. They were both so hot. I'm gonna show pictures to prove it. Nothing was more cunty than James in drag, and Jessie was always stunning. Look at them. They're so hot. And these are just two examples. The beach episode. Yeah. James was secretly on HRT. Cheerleading. I wanted really bad to be a cheerleader. Yeah, the football era. So me and Babu are actually friends IRL. Babu's my childhood best friend. I really wanted to be a cheerleader, but you know, I would have had to be a boy cheerleader and I did not want to do that. So Vinyl Scratch from My Little Pony, and Babu knows this. Babu knows the next three so well. I really much wanted to be a DJ, but I wanted to be a female DJ specifically, and it was because of Vinyl Scratch. I didn't really think about that until Equestria Girls came out, and they did that with like one Rainbow Rocks promotion. I wanted to have that aura. Rainbow Dash, human variant from Equestria Girls. Duh. 20% cooler. Super cool design and style. Like, this dress was so cute. And also, I oddly wanted to play sports because of her. And then human variant of Rarity. Made me want to learn fashion, and I like started taking like an interest in fashion because of Rarity. And I started taking care of like my face and my skin because of her. My favorite color is still purple, and it always has been. Motocross, the Disney movie. I will be genuinely surprised if anybody in chat right now has seen this movie. If you haven't, go watch it, because it's a weird movie and it's not a good one. How the f do you guys know this movie? How the f do you guys know this movie? Dude, okay, I had the flu and I watched this movie at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. after a fever dream, and it was just on, and I watched all of it, and that was the first and only time I've ever seen this movie, and it gave me really bad gender dysphoria. But it's like a girl cuts her hair and pretends to be a boy so she can race or something. It's so ass. I got really drunk and watched old Disney movies, and I thought I made this one up. It is such a movie that you think you'd make up. There's not even a trailer for it. They just made the movie, and now is it. Like, you can't get it. I think the only place you can ever watch it is on Disney Plus. That's the only way you can watch it, and probably like 1, 2, 3 movies or something. Avril Lavigne. Do I need to explain myself? Second section, the in-between. This is essentially between when I stopped detransitioning and started transitioning again and started taking HRT, when I was a kid and all this other stuff. So like, this is like my entire life. Emo and goth girls. I was really big into Tumblr and like My Digital Escape and stuff. I actually met Kyle David Hall at Warped Tour. My life before Twitter is so interesting, and I just never talk about it. Really cool clothes that inspire my look today. Lesbians. Even though I liked men, I wanted to be some girl's girlfriend. Real. Breakfast on Pluto. Do I have to explain? I'm going to, but do I have to? Movie ruined me. This was the original I Saw the TV Glow, and I still haven't seen it. I Saw the TV Glow seems too sad for me. I'm going to watch it eventually. Black nail polish. It's chipping off, but like, my partner did my nails actually. Felix Argyle from ReZero. Everyone called Felix a femboy, and I wanted to be like that. Not now, but like when I was in high school, I want people to be like, oh my god, is that a girl? And I wanted to be so androgynous that people were confused when they looked at me. And now, if I boy mode in public, people can't tell. Like, people will have such a hard time telling. Any video game custom character select always chose to be a girl, made so many women in games. This should have been my #1 red flag. In Sims, I made so many lesbian families, sleeve tattoos, emo fashion, you know the works. For those who don't know, I am a huge wrestling nerd. Anytime I'd play wrestling on like my Xbox or something, I would make a woman wrestler. I mean, I don't think I'm trans though. Like, I don't think I'm trans, guys. Tumblr fashion. I feel like this one is kind of valid, but also depending on the type of person you are. I really loved like the alien and like the raglan tee. I wanted to be able to pull off high-waisted shorts like this. Maya from Borderlands 2. She's so badass. Among all of the Vault Hunters I play in Borderlands 2, I either alternate mostly between Krieg, Zero, and Maya. I have more save files for Maya on my PS4 than any other Vault Hunter. I've 100%ed the game with her twice. My partner recently said that I could cosplay her, and it made me cry. Because like, obviously, like that's gonna make me cry. Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart. Black thigh highs. I think like 95% of trans women had a phase where they only wore a skirt or those shorts with black thigh highs. I know I did. Marceline from Adventure Time. Yes, like we already figured it out. She's on the list. Emo, lesbian, vampire bassist. Checked all the boxes all across the map with this one. The Stakes arc is not only my favorite arc in Adventure Time, but it was the first time I thought about transitioning, and I was only 14 years old. The only reason why is because like she's like, I don't want to be a vampire anymore, and then she's like, I'm gonna help you, and then like she starts like transitioning into like a more human vessel, you know what I mean? I'm making out with a boy in the church bathroom 10 minutes before I had to play on stage. It wasn't the last time. Haley Williams. The third section. So this is after detransitioning, after I got out of church and stuff. I started HRT, started moving on, and this kind of branches into like my content creation phase, like being on Twitter and streaming and just doing all that stuff. So Luna from Hell of a Boss. I recently cosplayed her. It was really, really fun. It was a really fun stream. Anyways, so when I used to work in a mall, a lot of people would come up to me and tell me that I looked like her, and I loved it. It was a huge ego boost, huge confidence boost. It was amazing. So good. 10 out of 10. Please do it again. Very succinct. Good. Yes. Roxanne Wolf from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Specific content creators from like roughly around 2021. This includes Niachu, Finster, SK. Niachu mainly because I didn't really have any like creators that weren't male. Like I was watching Ludwig, Schlatt. I used to watch a little bit of XQC, Germa. So many like male creators that like Niachu was like the only one that stood out. I don't know why. It just like really made me like feel better. Finster just has like a really good community. For the most part, everybody just seems very together. There was a stream a while back that him and Icky did, and there's just like so many like TTS donations coming in. You changed my life, like you made me want to start HRT. I came out to my family like because you guys gave me the courage and all this other stuff. And it was just like really nice to hear. I think that Finn has a really nice community. Finn's really funny. In terms of content creation, the terms like of streaming and making videos and stuff, a lot of my humor and my style I reflect off of Finn and Ludwig. The next one is SK. I don't really play Overwatch. I don't really watch Overwatch streamers. I found SK off of a clip on TikTok or something. I just started watching her because her voice sounded nice. Okay, this is relaxing. I'm gonna listen to this while I do work and all this other stuff. And then I just got like really into the streams that she was doing because she would play other games too. Like she plays Marvel Rivals now, I think. And then I found out she was trans, and it was just like really, really cool. And I was like, whoa, a trans creator. And yeah, it was just really cool. Laura Less. This is kind of like the same thing with SK, where it's like, oh my God, a trans musician. That's awesome. When I started getting into like more like broader genres like hyperpop and stuff, I found 100 Gex first, like a lot of people do. The Green Day of hyperpop. I didn't know Laura was trans at first until like a year into me listening to them. I was like, I can be trans and be successful. Like I don't have to just like settle for less, because I thought like for the longest time, like I grew up in like the punk scene with like bands like State Champs and The Story So Far, and sadly a lot of those bands, they have very misogynistic communities and a very large misogynistic fan base. It's way better now, but it used to be really bad. When I was transitioning and I was questioning and everything, being trans was kind of looked down upon, especially in like wider spaces. So I never thought I could, and then she kind of like gave me that, I guess. But overall, she's super funny, super cool, and really talented, and is one of my biggest inspirations in terms of music. NYX Epic Liner, the only eyeliner that I use. It's really good. Best eyeliner ever. Only eyeliner I ever use. Amity Blight. I think this is the last one on the list. When I started watching The Owl House, I was with my partner. I was having a lot of personality issues because I had just gotten out of the phase where like I was with a person who wanted me to be his femboy boyfriend. And so I wouldn't really like dress up, donated all my feminine clothes, and just like, you know, changed everything about me. My partner was like, we're gonna try to figure this out together. I started watching this, and she's like, who's a character you were like? I was like, Amity. And she's like, well, try to like be like her. So I started dyeing my hair a little bit. I like cut my hair the same way as her. I started like collecting crystals and stuff. I have a lot of crystals like everywhere. She got me back into dressing like more goth and being more confident and feminine again. And that's the end of the presentation. Okay.